Alright, Shalom. I begin by giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, and Kakodash, right? Double honors to the apostles and the elders of great ministry that rule well. Peace and blessing to the brothers pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. Alright, this is Howard from the GMS Trinidad. Just here to do a quick hit, basically, right? On Most High dealing with Israel only, and not these other nations, right? So I will start in the book of Joshua, chapter 11, and I will start from verse 1. I'll start from 1. It says, "And it came to pass, when Jabin, king of Hazor, had heard those things, that he sent to Jabab, king of Madon, and to the king of Shimron, and to the king of Ashaphat, and to the kings that were on the north of the mountains, and to the plain south of Shinnarath, and in the valley, and in the borders of Dor on the west." It says, "And to the Canaanites on the east, and on the west, and to the Amorites, and to the Hittites, and to the Perizzites, and to the Jebusites in the mountains, and to the Hivites under Hebron in the land of Mizpah." Verse 4, it says, "And they went out, they and all their hosts with them, much people, even as the sands that is upon the sea, that is upon the seashore, in the multitude, with horses and chariots very many. And when all these kings were met together, they came and pitched together that at the waters of Meron, to fight against Israel." Right? So it's say all these other tribes, all these other nations came to fight against Israel. Right? It says, verse 6, "And Yahweh said unto Joshua, Be not afraid because of them, for tomorrow about this time I will deliver them up all." Salakia. It says, "Be not afraid because of them, for tomorrow about this time will I deliver them up all slain before Israel." So all these other nations, Most High see was going to slay them before Israel, right? We know it says, "Thou shalt hurt their horses and burn their chariots with fire." Right? So Joshua came, and all the people of war with him against them by the waters of Meron suddenly, and they fell upon them. And Yahweh delivered them into the hands of Israel, who smote them and cast them unto Great Zion, and unto Misrephoth, Aim, if it's pronounced like that, and unto the valley of Mizpah eastward, and they smote them until they left them none remain. So all these nations basically came up against Israel, and they were slaughtered. That is showing that the Most High dealing with all nations. Because here the Perizzites, the Canaanites, and all these other people, they are nation people. But the Most High delivered Israel into their hands. You understand? The Most High destroyed these nations. So that's showing you that, hey, the Most High dealing with these other nations. Right? This is Deuteronomy. This is 2 Ezra chapter 6 and verse 8. It says, "And he said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau." It says, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth." Right? Jacob and Esau are brothers. Right? They are twin brothers. But the Most High separate. These are nations. Esau is the Edomites. Jacob, children of Israel. Jacob's name was changed into Israel. Right? And these are nations, but the Most High separated these nations. Right? One nation will be stronger than the other. And the Most High is only dealing with the children of Israel. Right? So it's showing that it says, "For Esau is the end of the world." Right? The so-called white man is the end of the world. That is our next nation. Right? Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. Right? It says the hand of man is between the heel and the hand of the Alright, that is it. Right? So basically, hey, the Most High not dealing with these, the Most High dealing with the Chinese, the Most High dealing with the Japanese, right? The Moabites, you know, and these other nations. Right? The Most High, when Joshua was going into the promised land, all these other nations the Most High had destroyed. He could have simply created a land for Israel, but the Most High shouldn't, hey, these people come like nothing to me, so I will destroy these people, and China is well going to have this land. Right? He just saying that, hey, I don't business but these are nations. Right? So this is right? This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6. Verse 54, it says, and after these, Abraham also, whom thou madest Lord, right, whom thou madest Lord of all creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen, which is the children of Israel. And it says, all this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sake. Right? So the land where these other nations was dwelling in, that is the land. Because he made the world for our sake. It says, all this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou hast made it for our sake. As for the people, as for the other people, which is these other nations, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle. Be like unto nothing, like spit. Right? And has likened the abundance of them as a drop that falleth out of a vessel. Right? Like a lesser drip fall out of a bucket of water. Out of a bucket, I mean. That is something you ain't gonna miss. That ain't gonna do no harm. You understand? So these other nations, the Most High dealing with them. The scriptures show that the Most High dealing with these other nations, the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua dealing with Israel. Yahshala. I did my last scripture here. This is Deuteronomy chapter 38. Verse 8. 32 and verse 8. It says, when the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahshua divided to the nations the inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set a bond on the people according to their number and the children, according to their number of the children of Israel. So the Most High separated the nations, right? Verse 9 it says, for Yahweh's portion is his people, Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. Right? So the Most High is showing that, hey, Israel from Genesis to Revelation. That is what we're going about. Children of Israel, the Most High dealing. He chastened us for our disobedience, and we are the ones who are going to inherit the kingdom of heaven. Not these other nations, the so-called Edomites and the Moabites and, so on and so forth. Right? So that's just a short video to show that, to prove that, hey, the Most High dealing with these other nations. And that I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Akakodash, right? Double honors to the apostles, the elders of Great Person and Ruel, peace and blessing to the brothers. Four corners of the world, question is what is certain, and should this our say, Shalom to the